right, welcome back. I had somebody reach out and ask how to set hen wings for dry flies. What I've got here is an Adams, and they just want to know how to set these wings, so I'll just walk you through the process of setting the wings. They go on first, majority of the time. And so the way we do this is we start our thread just a bit back behind the eye, and we're going to wrap this in, keeping that tag in place until we get about halfway down the hook shank. And that's the back end's going to start to help build that taper originally, or when we get there. I'm not going to build the whole fly, but as you're building it, you'll see what I'm saying. Next, we got to bring our thread back forward, and where you bring your thread back forward and let it rest is going to determine where the wings are going to sit. Typically, this is not quite halfway back up the distance we wrapped, because you're going to have to kind of, in your third eye, imagine hackle and a head being up front here. So if you leave a little bit of space, like I have here, that's going to be the head, and then this next piece right in here, that's going to be the hackle. So I like getting these hen necks. This one's a Metz, but if you get the hen necks, they come with a wide range of feathers that you can choose from, and you can select your pair and get them to match. And so all we're going to do is we're going to take this pair, we're going to turn it so that they're the convex sides are facing one another, or you could say back to back, and we just want to line these up so that the tips are even. And we're going to get the distance. The distance should be about the length of the shank typically. And so once I have them lined up here, I'll pinch. I can start to strip some of the barbs away off the back so that I get about what I want. That one's going to be a little short, so I'll bring some of it back in. They're moving on me. And come on, there we go. So we should have something about like that. Next, what we want to do is make sure that we've got an even space between, so we can just get right down onto the stem. And we're going to place the separation right on top of where our thread is resting. I'm going to do a pinch loop or a pinch wrap. That seems to work the best to really lock them into place quickly so that they're sitting kind of like so. And now we can tie this in, coming to the back just a little ways, and then I'll trim this off at a little bit of an angle, and that will also help build the taper of the fly as you get to that point. So now the wings are actually in place. Now you can actually bring these up now, or you can leave them forward until you're done building the back end. It's up to you. We're just going to go ahead and bring these forward. Now to get them to stand up, we've got to get our thread to the front side. I'm just going to pull these back, and we're going to make a little thread dam, and that's going to start to pop them up. Now to get them to come open, we're going to kind of tease them open with our fingers a little bit, and then to get them to stay here, we're going to do a figure 8 through the wings. And you want to try to be mindful of not capturing too many of those barbs so that they don't go all haywire on you and you have to clean a bunch of it up. It happens from time to time, but it's not a big deal. So I got one that just got away from me on there. And then again, we can come back to placing a few wraps right in front, a few wraps right in back, and then that'll get them to stay up. Now, if you're struggling with getting them to stay up and in the correct position, you can take a drop of super glue. Don't use UV here. UV can add weight to the top side of the fly, and that can really mess your dry fly up when you're casting it, potentially anyway. You just take some super glue and rub it right into there, and then quickly just move the wings back into the position that you want them in. And now you're ready to go ahead and build the rest of your fly. So I hope that helped. Good question, and I'm happy to do the tutorial. If you have a question or a comment or something you'd like to see, go ahead and drop it below. Most of the time I'm happy to do that, so or attempt to demonstrate what it is you're looking to do. Other than that, everybody, happy tying, take care, and I'll see you next time.